Right, unfortunately this is straight in, so I've used the Urban Decay in Portion Primer in Original and Prep My Arse, and then I've used the Zoeva palettes, one in the Rose and Gold and one in Cocoa Blend, and from the Rose and Gold I've used the shade Harmony all over my eyelid and blended it out. I unfortunately had to speed this up because it would have been too long. It was like something like 50 minutes, and I'm not even sure if YouTube would have allowed me to pop this on, so I had to speed it out. But it's still 25 or something like that minutes. So I was going out for a birthday dinner, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I have done a smoky eye, and I've used the Harmony over the Harmony shade pretty much nearly all over my eyelid, mainly into the crease, and I was sort of blending it in and out and then topping up and really making it sort of dark and smoky. This is a beautiful shade. As you can see, I'm using a tape to make a crisp wing liner later on. So, and then yeah, still popping on more a little bit. Now I'm going to blend it out a little bit into the rest of the eye, just making sure no harsh edges. And now I'm going to use a vanilla shade in Bitter Start, just on my brow bone. Make sure there's something light about the eye as well, so it's basically my highlighter for my brow bone. And then I just blend out the eyes a bit more. There we go. Keep checking. And then from the Cocoa Blend palette, I'm using the Delicate Acidity in the middle of my eye, in the middle of my eye, on my eyelid, and just popping it on. This particular shade unfortunately had a lot of fallout, but it's really nice. It's satiny, and I really enjoyed the consistency of it. It's just been a little bit more fallouty. So I'm just packing it on. The tape kept moving. I really liked this technique, having the tape on, but it just kept moving, so I kept digging into my eye. I wasn't on the right spot. I was just like, oh no, it hurts. I was really getting angry with it, especially if you are filming, unfortunately, so it wasn't playing ball. And yeah, this particular side did have a lot of fallout, but maybe I was just packing it on too tight. So I really enjoyed the shade. The color is pretty. I wish I could play with the pads a little bit more, but unfortunately, I'm panning one, so getting rid of the fallout. Next step is, even for me, I cannot remember what I did. See, I still cannot remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh yes, the Wet n Wild palette, and this is the Hello Me Blue, I think, palette, and I'm not liking this one. This is the only one out of the three that I have that I don't like. The shades are just chalky, and this one was no different. I've used the very nice bright white color to brighten up the inner corners of my eye, and it just wasn't playing ball. I mean, it looks like it applies fine, but actually in person it was just, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anything doing it, so I kept dipping in. So yeah, but nearly finished the eye look. Nearly. I think that was the longest part of the whole thing, really. Just the eye look. But I was quite happy with what I came up with, so I really enjoyed my dinner as well, and it was a birthday dinner, so excuse me, I was really happy. Right, the cut on the eyeliner, and for some reason my friends noticed these particular eyeliners, the liner that I did, so I think I was impressed by myself as well, and I think I did a really good job this one. So I think I am getting used to things now, and really trying and, you know, learning. So the tape has been extremely helpful with this particular part. It really helped. So I do recommend, if you're trying to learn how to do wing eyeliners, just a wing liner, then do please, you know, get a good liner and then practice, because that's all it is. It makes practice makes you perfect. And I'm still practicing with the tape, and fingers crossed soon I won't have to. So So the other side, I need to keep checking constantly, and I quite like the mirror, that little mirror that I'm holding in my hands, because it has got the large side and the little one, and the large side is very helpful because you can really get in. I was trying to make sure that I stay within the shot as well, because unfortunately I'm still learning how to film this. So get ready with me, especially I want to do more get ready with me, but sometimes unfortunately when I film them I think like, no, I can't publish that because nobody will see what I'm doing. So yeah, I was quite happy now at this point. And then I've used the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This one's good, it's a little bit more wetter, but it's good. So just the first coat, and then there is the second coat of the NARS Audacious, and they work quite well together. So making sure, so I already removed one of the tapes as well. It was just getting a little bit more difficult to get into the lashes, so I thought that's it, actually it would be fine. So I removed tape, and this particular tape is a birthday presents tape, so that's what I use it for normally, because it's invisible, but it really works well because it doesn't, you don't have to actually tap it on the back of your hand. Right, I'm going back in with Harmony. Just for some reason I was trying to soften the edge, but because the tape was there for such a long time already, it left an imprint. My face is so red at times, it can get quite sensitive. I'm not sensible, and it's just sort of dug in, so it takes a little time until it unfortunately for me, but I really enjoy it anyway, so I don't mind if I have a crisp edge, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm just making sure that things are nice and crisp, and popping some concealer. And I don't mind it. I think some people want it to be sort of a softer edge, but to be honest, I was going out in the evening and I thought, why not? Why not have a crisp edge? So I really enjoy that. Still trying to blend it out, but I've learned my lesson. Don't do it. Just let it set first, and then I can do it. So I'm correcting. I think one of the wing liners was a little. It was beautiful, but it was a little thin comparing to the other one. So I had to go back in without the tape. That always worries me. Always. So I don't want to do it again. So I need to pop some more on the other side as well, because it was looking a little too light. Yeah. So I've got some lashes. These were just from eBay or Amazon or something like that. I do have some other lashes in as well, but I'm using up these and then I can use the other ones. I don't like to have too many packets open, but these are individual lashes. They're cluster lashes, and these are medium. They're a little too long for me, so I think excuse me, I need to try small. And they were a pain yesterday, unfortunately, so I do apologize. I think I dropped like 3. See, I dropped one. Getting upset, so I'm a little out of shot. And then I think I sped up a little bit because I were playing ball, and I was using the glue from the Tanya Bear lashes, because other than the fact that she has got small, medium and large in her selection, I prefer just mediums or something like that, smalls. And I don't really like the dramatic lashes. Most of my friends do, but I just like more volume. And the glue is just so worth it. Even the lashes are great quality, don't get me wrong, I use them up, but if I was buying them next time, it would be mainly for the glue, because finding a good glue was a difficult thing for me. So, but I do recommend trying individual lashes if you don't. It takes a bit of practice, but I prefer them to the band ones, unfortunately. And people make it look so easy when they put the bands on, and I just for the full lashes, and I practice, but these ones are always a go-to. So if I know an evening out and I'm running out of time or something, I just do the individual ones rather than the bun, because the bun, just sometimes think, oh, yeah, and they have to be thin enough, and you know, they're usually either long or shorter, and it's a pain. You need to cut them, and yeah, everybody's got different eyes, unfortunately. But these cluster ones, they're just good for everybody. So do go try some out. You can get some from eBay, Amazon, you know, anywhere. You can get them in shops, 44, you can get in Boots, Ardell as well. I think that glue will be really, really good as well. But as I said, Tanya Burst glue, I do recommend that one. So maybe I get them done eventually. So the birthday was very good. It was a long dinner. I think I got home like at 11 o'clock, so I've enjoyed myself. I got some flowers and I got some food, and it was lovely. So I was quite happy to see my girls. That's my girlfriends, so yeah. So that's the last splash. Unfortunately, there was a little too much glue. So what am I doing next? Oh yeah, I'm wiping up off my hands. But yeah, that's pretty much the eyes done, nearly, because what I do next is the face, and then I finish off the under eye area. So yeah, there we go. One heck of a blot. This is a recent purchase. This is the primer, and it's really nice. It smells quite good as well. I'll be doing a review on it eventually, but this time around it was good because I wanted something that is going to last quite well, and is not, I won't have to powder again, so it did. It was very good. So unfortunately I only used it once. Can't say yay or nay yet. So just make sure it, I don't know why I was spritzing, like waving, but yeah, it sets a little bit. So I'm using the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour concealer. Just, I do have a bit of redness, uneven skin tone, so just pop it in. Might be a little too light for me, but then a beauty blender, and just make sure that I cover the redness. Ready, canvas ready for the foundation. When I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, oh, that's a little too white, don't I think though? So maybe under my eyes, perfect, it will be perfect, but it looks a little, I look a little ghosty, pale. But then actually when the foundation goes on, it's fine. I was a little bit surprised by the concealer, but how light it was. There we go. And then I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Foundation in 11 Vanilla, and the oval brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I am so impressed with this thing. It's really good. So will be my new favorite brush. It's I mean, you will see on my face at times when I'm thinking like, oh my god, and the foundation is so good. Unfortunately, weather yesterday was here and there, and sun was coming out and in, so the curtains were coming in and out as well, so here we are. But yeah, I have a mirror just underneath my camera. As I said, I'm still learning. I'm just making sure that things are even. I need to look into a bigger mirror, but there we are. The brush, amazing, amazing, and the foundation was amazing as well. So I'm really buffing it in. Where was I? I mean, people have been using these for a while, and I haven't still, so to be honest, I think it's a fake, the brush, for some reason. I don't think it's Anastasia Beverly Hills. Might be. I haven't seen it on their website. It's Sephora. I need to have a search if they even have a brush like that. I mean, I paid £10 for it, so. Now I'm using a trick that I learned from Nikki Tutorials, and this is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer that I'm popping under my eyes and blending it out. She did a series of videos, I think 2 or 3, where she was showing you tricks on how to make sure that the eyeshadow stays, the under eye area stays creaseless. And other than, unfortunately, I do have a lot of, my eyes are aging, I can see it. I mean, obviously I'm not, I'm 21 anymore, I'm 29 now, and I smell a lot, so there will be creases under my eyes. But yeah, just, I think this trick works. The first one that she did made me look like I was dead, and or just very, very tired. Now I'm popping in on some of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is number 15, and it's actually lighter than the 10, and just popping it on things that I want to highlight. And that's an Indian dance. Yeah, so I really enjoy the trick that she did, which was use a eyeshadow primer under your eyes to make sure that our eyes clean, so there's no foundation that makes it cakey, and then just pop in some concealer that's quite nice and light, and then just very lightly, and then blend it in. So that's what I'm really doing here, but make sure it's blended. Apologies. And make sure it's blended out properly. And try to be creaseless. I mean, unfortunately, I do have my under eye is a bit drier as well at the moment, so I need to use more cream. I've been naughty. And then I'm using the New Look Pure Color Loose Powder. This is it's in translucent. It's a really nice powder. It has good powder puff, but it's everywhere, absolutely everywhere. It's ridiculous. As you can see, I'm really packing it on, and that's what Nikki did as well. You're just supposed to pack in on a loose powder, not a pressed powder, a loose powder, and let the under eye area bake for a couple of minutes, and that sets everything in. And it's just been working for me. So other than it's everywhere, obviously, so I need to wear a shirt that I'm not gonna wear afterwards after I finish my eyes or my face. But yeah, there we go, a little halo. And in the meantime, until things are baking, I do my eyebrows. I mean, some people do it a different way around. I like to do my eyes first, make sure that I can clean everything, and then do my face. And now here I'm doing my eyeshadows. I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Duo Eyebrow Duo in chocolate, and I'm using the darker shade. So yeah, just popping it on as you would normal with my little brush. So to set everything in, I'm using the Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. It was a bit wetter. It took it a little while to set, but yeah. Taking a big brush. This is my loose powder brush, basically just a powder brush, and then just blending everything out gently. So just taking off the excess. Not really much of a pulling or anything, but just like making sure that there isn't, I'm not looking like a ghost. And then I'm popping some more on the face just to set the rest of my face. And down my neck. I know, I'm looking at myself and thinking, oh, you look a little pale. But to be honest, if you look at other people's videos on the camera, face tends to be a different color than the neck anyway. And I think it's just where the focus is of the camera. It just focuses on your face. Makes it a bit more lighter, I'm guessing. Unfortunately, natural light sucks. So some bronzer, and now you use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and then the bronzer in Shadow Play, which is my favorite bronzer, or one of my favorite bronzers. I wanted something a little bit darker than the one I'm trying to pan because, well, I was going out for the evening, so. So chisel those bones, chisel, and the nose. Yeah, I was really going for it this time around, and I quite like the look. I mean, for the night, during the day, but for the evening, I quite like the heavy bronzer. And then I'm using a blush from the Narcissist palette, and I think, let me have a look, is the Roman Holiday. Really nice, deep purple. And then a little bit more of the Shadow Play on my nose, and just blending it out, making sure that I have a nose, not just a one big blob. But yeah, I put in a little too much, so it's a little difficult to blend it out. But I quite like the outcome. So yeah, there we go, I have a nose. So we're nearly there, we're nearly done, thank God, because this is 20 minutes long. I'm using the Bomb Matte Luminizer, which is probably my favorite highlighter at the moment. And why am I putting some on there? I don't know. And then I put some on the nose and the cheekbones as usual, just to make sure that everything glistens. Cupid's bow. There we are. I felt like I put too much on my nose, so it looked like a glittery Rudolph, but yeah, just put some concealer. My concealer brush would have a remainder of concealer. Under my eyes, I used Harmony. It wasn't playing ball, unfortunately. It doesn't like the small brushes. I think it's very good with, you know, doing the smoky eye and everything, but under the eye, it wasn't playing ball. So I made sure that I have a little bit of the Harmony on each side, and unfortunately I went in with another shade because I wanted to deepen the eye, so I went with Wonderful, good name. So yeah, just to make sure that, you know, it deepens the eye. And then just blend it out a little bit, and then just go back in and blend it out again. So it's coming all together. I mean, looking at it in the camera, I'm thinking, oh yes, I know what the girls were talking about. It's looking quite good. So, unfortunately, a little too much powder in my eyes from the eyeshadows. So, I went in with the Delicate Acidity a little bit as well, as you could have seen, and then just blending it out a little bit more. And then the Cynthia Rowley pencil in my waterline. Unfortunately, for some reason I forgot to do Lower Lashes mascara, but it was all good, it was all good. And then I put some of the Bomb Matte Luminizer into my waterline, into my duct area, because the previous one that I used from the Wet n Wild palette just wasn't doing anything, so I wanted something a little bit different. There we are, should have used something else. So I'm going in again with it just to top it up, but I'm making it a little bit lighter because let's be honest, the Matte Luminizer is more of a beigey color, so champagne rather than white. But yeah, there we go. I think final touches. Right, in this little bottle, it's a MAC Fix and Prep product, so you can see that's what I did. So because the bottle just isn't misting, it's spritzing. So there we go. And what am I doing here? Oh, I'm picking up a lipstick, and unfortunately I should have written that down, because looking at it, oh, I think I might be able to tell you which one that was. That was the Tanya Burr in Sparkling Dewdrops. So yeah, I have all of the Tanya Burr lip glosses, the old sets, and yeah, so I'm just sorry, that's why you can hear some noise, because I'm actually needed to pull that out. But yeah, that's it, that's how I looked. The hair was quite nice as well, and Amber was very impressed. So thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely day. And you'll see when I say it now. Bye bye.